sometimes, so it's nice if I can kind of sit by myself. So. Thank you. Good evening, Rampage family. Welcome to Superior, Colorado, where we have the first game of this season against the Rocky Mountain Rough Riders team. Lots of help on the tech side tonight, so very much appreciate all of that. Special thank you to my broadcasting partner in crimes, Jeff Stahl, for always having everything set up and ready to go for us. As far as scouting report, I'll get you a little bit better idea slightly later in the game, but we do have a couple of players out tonight, and we have a couple of additions from the 15s team who are going to be playing with us. I know I see Matthew Lemming's going to be back in the lineup with us again tonight on defense, and then Anthony Nike, I believe I saw earlier, forward from our 15s team will be joining us tonight. So We are still without Mr. Liam Holmes, so Zach Stahl will be hanging tough in net again tonight. Lots and lots of work for that young man so far this season, and really, really hopeful that we'll get Liam back in the lineup very soon. But for the time being right now, we'll see Zach back in net, continuing to do what he does. We have one. Yes, and somebody volunteered, so we're all.
I waited long enough.
Yeah, you did.
I'm your backup.
That's right. The position of bodyguard is still open, so.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll forever be that.
All right. Thought I'd let you know. Do I get credit still?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you.
100%.
That's all I really wanted. I thought if I waited long enough.
Yes. Yep. We've got it all taken care of, and I'm just gonna sit by myself over here and do the talking.
Okay. I was a freelance photographer for years.
Oh, fantastic.
But I didn't want anybody to know.
Oh, well, your secret's safe with me. All right, as we come down to just a little over a minute left of warm-up time, boys are getting warmed up, ready to go. Hopefully, they are fired up and ready to meet this Rough Riders team with some energy and just ready to play a good game. I mean, that's really, I think, what we mostly want to see is just see the boys putting in a good game like I know they can do. As far as other statistics go, I don't really have much for you on this Rough Riders team or how they're doing. And based on our season so far, I think it's safe to assume that any game we go into, it's going to be a hard-fought battle right now. So, as our boys continue to try to figure out how to gel together a little bit, and hopefully just figure out how to start winning some games. So, I know they've been putting in the work. They're working hard. Hopefully, they'll start to see some of that pay off. All right, and time is up on the warm-up period. That was a really odd-sounding, I guess that was supposed to be a buzzer, but incredibly odd-sounding. But we'll get the pucks collected and get ready to go for period number 1. Boys rounding up, giving each other a pep talk, getting ready to go. All right, let's see who we got lined up to start period number 1. We do have 4 men in stripes tonight, and as we know, that doesn't necessarily mean that they'll do a good job. It is nice having a little extra coverage, but as we've seen very recently, the coverage is only as good as the quality of the people providing the coverage. All right, out on the ice. Looks like to start period number 1. We've got Sarber, Whitted, Drexel, Wheeler, and Bisley. And Zach Stahl in net, as I mentioned before. 17 minutes on the clock. And here we go. Rampage win the draw. Take it to the outside. A little back and forth at neutral. Wheeler's got it in the stick. He skates through neutral. He's into the Rough Riders zone. Wheeler holds up. Gets caught up, and the puck's down low in the corner. Rough Riders send it to the far side, chip it off the wall. Still in the zone for the moment. Tied up on the wall. They're going to send it across to the near side. Rough Riders in the near side corner. Send it up. They're out of the zone, but Drexel with the takeaway. He sends it back to Wheeler. Wheeler chips it up out of the zone to neutral. Rough Riders turn around. They're into the Rampage zone with it. A little bit of space and quick shot taken. Stahl with a save right off the bat. It's Johnny Sarver just knocked somebody down, cleared the zone, and the Rough Riders are offside. So we get a stoppage. We'll have a face-off just outside the Rampage zone. 16 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, you bet. All right, out on the ice, we've got Roberts, Whittingham, Wilton, Huff, and Merrill. Rough Riders win the draw all the way back into their own zone. Deep in the far side, they're going to send it around to the near side corner, up the wall, pinching in, and Roberts takes a shot. Goaltender turns it aside. Rough Riders send it up, but not out, and now it comes out to neutral. They're going to just fire it in on net. Stahl has to turn it aside. Over to the far side, Merrill up the wall, chipped off the wall. Rough Riders send it up and out to the neutral zone. They're going to have to tag up. They send it back in. Looked offsides to me, but play continues. Puck ends up on the far side wall. Chipped back down. Huff gets a stick on it. It's going to send it to the outside wall. Rough Riders recollect and can't quite wrangle it in. It comes out to the neutral zone. And now Rough Riders turn. They fire it into the zone. Merrill's got it on a stick. Sends it over to Roberts. Roberts makes a move. He's puck's in the zone. Rough Riders have it back. They send it up to neutral. Rough Riders hold up, and they dump it in. Rahosian's got it. He sends it across to the far side. Wheeler picks it up. Wheeler holds up for a second, then sends it across to Rahosian. Rahosian turns and fires into the zone. Rough Riders have it on their stick. They're going to send it across to the far side and back again. Over the near side, comes out of the zone, and McManus touches up, but he was offside. So we get a stoppage. We'll have a face-off just outside the Rough Rider zone. 14:49 left in period number 1. On the ice, Rahosian, Foster, McManus, Wheeler, and Lemming. The officials didn't like something they saw in the face-off, so they're going to toss one of the Rough Riders players, get a new face-off person in there. Tied up on the draw. Ends up back in the Rough Rider zone. They're going to send it across to the far side, off the wall, through neutral into the Rampage zone with it. Shot deflects off a stick, goes to the outside wall and around. Tied up down low in the corner. Wheeler gets there, sends it off the wall, up and out of the zone, and now Rahosian picks it up, skates with it, centers it for Foster. Just goes off the backside of his stick, and now Rough Riders coming the other way. Rahosian picks it up. He turns, fires. Lemming sends it up. Rough Riders are going to dump it in deep. Goes back behind the wall, or the net, Whitted tied up in the corner is going to send it around to the near side. Rough Riders pick it up off the wall. They dump it. Centering pass. Gets deflected out front. Bisley ties it up, and now Foster's going to clear it. That gets deflected off a stick. They're going to blow the whistle for icing, but that actually deflected off a two people stick. So I'm not buying that one, but nonetheless, faceoff will be back in the Rampage zone. On the ice, we've got King, Whitted, Nike, Huff, and Bisley. Rough Riders come up with the draw, but they send it up and out of the zone. Nike's on it. He's into the Rough Rider zone with it. King tries to take a shot, gets deflected, and goaltender's going to put it in their glove and hang on. 13:40 left in period number 1. Face-off in the Rough Rider zone. Same crew out as before. Rampage win the draw. Back to the point. Shot taken from the point. Hits the body. Doesn't make it through. Rough Riders clear the zone, and Bisley holds it up on the wall. It's going to bounce off the wall, come across to the near side. Rough Riders dump it. Puck ends up on the far wall, comes up to the point. Kept in the zone, and now a poke check by Bisley is going to send it out to neutral. Rampage going for a change. Rough Riders send it across to the far side and up. Bisley picks it up, skates with it, chips it off the wall into the Rough Rider zone. Rough Riders have it on their stick. Coming back the other direction through neutral into the Rampage zone. Little chipped up now. Wheeler's got it, sends it off the board. Whittingham picks it up. He turns, he skates with it. He's out of the zone, through neutral, into the Rough Rider zone with it. Whittingham takes the outside wall, scoops it up behind the Rough Riders net. Drops it in the corner for Merrill, and then comes back to him, takes a shot from the point, gets deflected wide. Puck tied up down low in the near side corner. Big mess of chaos down there. I can't really see where the puck is or who's got it. Gets sent back behind the Rough Riders net. Rough Riders pick it up. They skate to the far side wall, send it up and through. It deflects off a stick, so no icing. Wheeler has to pick it up in front of his own net, skate behind the net, blows the tire, trying to make a move. Gets pinned down in the corner just a little bit. Rough Riders are there. Whittingham's in there to help. Rough Riders come out of the corner, shot taken. Stahl with the save, comes in the near side. Sarver sends it over to Drexel. Drexel skates with it. He takes the red line and dumps it in. Rampage going for a change. Rough Riders send it out of the corner on the near side. They hold up, send it across to the far side, goes off the wall. That should be icing and is. 11:49 left in period number 1. Face-off will be in the Rough Rider zone. Out on the ice, we've got Roberts, McManus, Wilton, Huff, and Lemming. Rough Riders win the draw back into the corner. They're going to send it to the far side and back again. Rough Riders skate it and send it up and out. It doesn't touch up, but they're going to wave off icing. Tied up in the corner. Lemming and McManus are in there. A couple of Rough Riders players. Centering pass comes out to Wilton out front. He turns with it, gives it to Roberts. Roberts is going to skate through neutral. Takes a shot from the blue line. Goaltender makes a save. Lemming tries to get a stick on it, and it's still in the zone. Puck tied up on the boards. Now gets sent across to the far side where Rough Riders have it up and out of play. Into the Rampage zone. A quick takeaway. Lemming turns with it. He sends it up and out. It's going to go the distance into the Rampage zone. They've waved off icing, so the goaltender sends it up, but not out. Rahosian coming in, takes a shot from the blue line. Goaltender makes a save. Rough Riders out to neutral with it now. Back to Bisley in his own zone. He sends it across. Rahosian picks it up. Turns, skates with it, takes the red line. He's going to fire it in on net. Goaltender saves it, dumps it into the corner. Foster's in there to apply pressure. Rough Riders send it around to the far side. Up and out of the zone now. Into the Rampage zone with it. Rough Riders centering pass goes through. Shot taken. Stahl with a nice save. Wheeler with it in the corner. Gets pinned down a little bit. Rough Riders with the takeaway. They're going to skate behind the net to the near side. Centering pass. Shot. Bounces. Stahl gets a piece of it. Comes up front. And now Bisley's going to turn and clear it. Rough Riders turn back the other way. The puck goes into the Rough Rider zone. Back out again. And now it comes back to Bisley, who flips it way up in the air, goes off the ceiling, and out of play. So we'll have a face-off in the Rampage zone. And 10:01 left in period number 1. A little pushing and shoving as the Rampage are trying to get back to their own bench. Out on the ice, we've got King, Nike, Whittingham, Huff, and Merrill. Rampage win the draw back into the corner. Merrill's going to send it around to the near side. Rough Riders are there to pinch it against the wall. We've got Whittingham and Merrill in there. I'm sorry, Whittingham and Huff in there tying it up with a couple Rough Riders players. Rough Riders come off the wall with it. Comes to the point. Shot taken. Stahl's going to eat that one and hang on. So we'll get another face-off in the Rampage zone. 9:41 left in period number 1. Same crew out as before. Rough Riders win the draw, skate to center, turn with it, shot taken, deflects up against the glass. Rough Riders wrangle it back in, turn and try to fire. Puck bouncing around. I don't think it quite made it through. Comes back up to the point. Rough Riders take a shot, deflects off a body, goes against the far wall. King sends it off the wall. Nike picks it up, tries to center it, and Rough Riders with the steal still in the zone. Shot taken, Stahl with the save, and a secondary save, and he's going to cover the second one. 9:14 left in period number one. We'll get another face-off in the Rampage zone. On the ice, we've got Drexel, Sarver, McManus, Bisley, and Lemming. Rough Riders win the draw to the outside wall. They send it up to the point and then dump it behind the net. Puck on the near side wall now. Pinched in. Bisley trying to clear. He's got a player tied up. Sarver trying to clear. Comes up and out. Drexel picks it up. He's going to skate it out of the zone. Takes the red line. Skates to the far side. Dumps it behind the Rough Riders net. Sarver in there to try to tie the puck up on the near side. Rough Riders send it to the far side. They skate, turn, back over to the near side, still in their zone, send it up to neutral, and now they're into the Rampage zone with it. Puck gets deflected off a stick, and Stahl's going to just cover it up. 8:38 left in period number one. Face off in the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Roberts, Whitted, Lemming, Wilton, and Bisley. Puck goes across to the far side. Rough Riders manage to hold it in. Lemming sends it around to the near side wall. Comes up to Roberts, who clears the zone. Rough Riders recollect, send it across to the far side. It's back into their own zone with it. Across to the near side. Little mishandle now. Unable to clear. Wilton gets in there and ties it up in the near side wall. Whitted sends it deep. Puck still in the Rough Riders zone. Lemming pinching in. He's going to keep it down low. Roberts gets in there. Wilton's behind the net with it. Doing battle down low. Puck ends up coming back to the near side. Rough Riders send it way up in the air, clear it. Whitted's going to pull it out of the air. He's back in the Rough Rider zone with it. Takes the near side wall. Centering pass attempt. Goaltender knocks it over to the far side. Little back again. Whitted tries to send it up front. Wilton with a quick shot. Quick shot goalie with the save. Puck goes across to the far side wall and comes back again, back behind the net. And now we have a penalty coming to the Rough Riders for throwing a stick. Little battle on the puck, and he lost his nerve. So with 7:34 left in period number one, Rampage are going to go on the first power play of the night. On the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Sarver, Wheeler, and Bisley. Rampage win the draw. Back to the point. Wheeler sends it over to Bisley. Bisley walks the blue line, sends it down to Drexel on the near side wall. Drexel up to Bisley. Bisley skates the blue line over to Wheeler. Wheeler to Drexel. Drexel to Sarver. Goes off of a skate, and now Rough Riders coming out. Bisley with a poke check, and now Rough Riders are back into the Rampage zone with it. Takeaway. Drexel's going to turn and skate the other direction. Drexel's through neutral. He's going to dump it and give chase. Puck comes up to Whitted on the wall. He sends it down to Drexel, up to Bisley. Bisley over to Wheeler. Wheeler skates in, takes a shot, deflects, doesn't make it through. Rough Rider skating out of the zone with it. Through neutral, into the Rampage zone. Centering pass, doesn't quite connect, ends up on the near side wall. Quick takeaway by Drexel. He's going to drop it for Wheeler. Wheeler looks. He's going to skate with it. Rampage going for a change. Wheeler skates into the Rough Rider zone. Now Rough Riders come up and out. Whittingham recollects, sends it across to Merrill. Merrill over to Wilton. Wilton through neutral. Gets poke checked. Comes back the other way. Now it's poked into the Rampage zone. Shot taken, and Stahl with the save. He's going to hang on. So 6:16 left in period number 1. 42 seconds on the power play, but we'll have the face-off in the Rampage zone. On the ice, we've got Foster, Whittingham, Wilton, Roberts, and Merrill. 4 forwards on the ice. Rampage win the draw. Back to Merrill in the corner. He's going to skate behind his own net. Wait to set up. Sends it over to Roberts on the near side. Roberts through neutral. Into the zone. He's going to dump it and give chase. Wilton goes after it. Rough Riders send it up the wall. Merrill holds it at the point. Pinching in. And now Foster's going to pick it up. He pulls it off the wall. Skates down low behind the net. Sends it to the near side corner. Foster sends it up to Whittingham at the point. Whittingham turns. Cross to Merrill. Merrill takes a shot from up high. Doesn't quite make it through. Actually, sorry. Goaltender's going to cover it up and hang on. So we will get a face-off in the Rough Riders zone. Only 5 seconds left on the power play. A couple of players kind of getting tangled up. Everybody with their hands in the air like I'm not doing anything. And they're going to get that all split up. No harm, no foul. On the ice, we've got McManus, Nike, King, Huff, and Lemming. Tied up on the face-off. It's anybody's puck. Looks like it's going to come, or we've got a hand pass, so we'll have another face-off in the Rough Riders zone, and Rough Riders back at full strength, 5-on-5. Rough Riders win the draw, pull it back behind the net, send it over to the near side, pinched in, still in the Rough Riders zone for now. We've got McManus in there doing battle down low in the corner. He's got King in there to help him out. Puck goes across to the far side. Rough Riders send it up. They're out of the zone now. Through neutral into the Rampage zone. Quick move. Now a takeaway. McManus is going to knock it down. He skates with it. Takes it out of the zone. Takes the red line. Dumps it. Then takes a hit by 2 players. One from behind, but play will continue. Puck comes up, but not out of the zone. Huff holds it in right at the blue line. Keeps it in the Rough Riders zone for now. Rough Riders with it in their own zone, send it across to the near side. They dump it into the far corner. Lemming has to come back for it. He turns, he skates with it, makes a move, sends it off the wall to Sarver. Sarver gets tied up with the player, and now Rough Riders have the puck back in their own zone. Sarver applying pressure on the forecheck. Puck comes across to the near side. Rough Riders dump it back, try to set up behind their net. They turn, send it around to the near side, up the wall. Puck back in the Rampage zone. Huff has to recollect it. He's got a man on. He skates behind his net, sends it across the near side, Lemming off the wall. Rough Riders pinching in. They're going to hold it in the zone for now. Puck goes to the far side corner. Huff is in there doing battle. He's got Whitted with him. A couple of Rough Riders players. Whitted comes out of the pile, skates to the near side, sends it up, gets deflected, comes out of the zone. Rough Riders recollect in the neutral zone. Send it off of their own player and back again. Drexel applying pressure on the forecheck. Rough Riders send it across to the near side. They're into the Rampage zone with it. Sends the shot in from the blue line. Stahl's going to knock it down. Gives it to Wheeler. Wheeler turns. He skates with it. He's out of his own zone. Makes a move to the far side. He's at the red line and tries to dump it in. And we have a penalty coming for a hook. 3:26 left in period number 1, and I believe Rampage are going to go back on the power play. Out on the ice, we've got Whittingham, Wilton, Foster, Merrill, and Roberts. Puck comes up and out of the zone. Merrill has to recollect at neutral ice. Rampage tag up. Merrill sends it across to Foster on the near side. He's into the Rough Rider zone. Turns, drops it for Whittingham. Whittingham pinching at the wall is going to dump it back for Foster. Foster skates the near side wall, sends it up to Merrill. Merrill back to Foster. Foster takes a shot. Goaltender with the save. Goalie's going to hang on. We'll get another face-off in the Rough Riders zone. 3:03 left in the period. 1:37 on the power play. Same crew out as before. Rough Riders win the draw deep in the corner. They send it off the wall, takes a weird bounce and comes out to neutral ice. Rough Riders into the Rampage zone with it. They're going to take the far side wall, skate down low, centering pass, goes off of a Rampage player, and Stahl's going to just grab it and hang on. So we'll get a face-off in the Rampage zone. Fresh power play skaters out on the ice. We've got 2:47 in the period, 1:21 on the power play. We've got Drexel, Sarver, Whitted, Bisley, and Wheeler. Looks like Rampage are going to come up with it. Drexel drops it back for Wheeler. He's in his own zone, turns, looks. He's going to skate with it, takes the red line. Wheeler's into the zone with it, and he's going to dump it down low. Rough Riders get there, send it around the boards to the near side. Puck comes up and out. Drexel with the steal. A little back and forth, and now the Rough Riders in the Rampage zone. Puck comes back to Drexel. He turns in his own zone with it. He's going to skate behind the net. He skates, he looks, sends it up to Whitted. Whitted on the near side, into the Rough Rider zone. Whitted takes a quick shot. Goaltender makes a save off the face mask. Sarver sends it up to Wheeler at the point. Wheeler over to Bisley. Bisley drops it behind him for Drexel on the near side wall. Drexel makes a move, holding up at the wall, up to Sarver. Sarver to Bisley. Bisley back to Sarver. Sarver down to Drexel. Drexel across to Wheeler, crashing in. Nice pass. Shot goes up and over the net. Bisley walks the blue line, back down to Sarver. Sarver takes a shot. Goaltender's going to hang on to that one. We'll get a face-off in the Rough Rider zone. 1:39 in the period, 13 seconds left on the power play for the Rampage. I believe we're going to get a quick line change for the Rampage boys. We've got Foster, McManus, Rahosian coming out to join Wheeler and Bisley. Just 13 seconds left of power play time. Face-off in the Rough Rider zone. Tied up on the draw. It ends up back down low, and Rough Riders have it on their stick. They send it hard off the boards, up and out. That should be icing, and is. So we get a whistle. Face-off will be back in the Rough Rider zone with 1:29 left in the period. Just 3 seconds left on the power play. Rampage win the draw, send it up and out. Rough Riders back at full strength. Wheeler in his own zone for it. He's got a couple of Rough Riders crashing in fast. He's going to skate to the far side, sends it up and out, deflects off of Foster's stick, and it's going to end up in the Rough Riders zone. Icing is waved off. Play will continue. Rough Riders with it down low, turn into making move behind their own net. Send it across to the far side. And back again, comes out of the zone, doesn't connect, and that should have enough for icing, and does indeed. So with just under a minute left in the first period, face-off will be in the Rough Rider zone. Same crew out as before. Sorry, we had a change of defensemen. So we've got McManus, Rahosian, Foster, Huff, and Lemming. Tied up on the draw. Rough Riders are going to send it back behind their own net. They pick it up down low, make a move back behind their net to the far side, and then reverse direction over to the near side. Up the near side wall. Rough Riders are out. They chip it into the Rampage zone. Rahosian has to come back. Tries to change direction, does so. Huff is going to pick it up, sends it off the boards to the far side over to Rahosian. He sends it off the boards. Lemming's going to chip it up and out to Foster. Foster wrangles it in, tries to center it for Lemming, ends up coming to the near side wall. Foster tries to turn and stuff it. Puck stays out. It's still in the zone. Foster picks it up on the near side. Centering pass, shot taken by Rahojian, and then secondary shot goes up and over the net. Good flurry of activity by the Rampage boys. Just 6 seconds left in the period. They send it the distance, and Stahl's going to tag up, so we let time run out. And that will do it for one. So we remain scoreless after one. Good effort by the Rampage boys, though. I like the tempo of the game. We're getting some opportunities in their zone, trying to control the opportunities over here. Rampage boys have played pretty disciplined, and we've been able to draw a couple of penalties and go on the power play a couple of times. So I like what I see so far, and hopefully be more of the same. To include a few Rampage goals in the back of the net would be a nice thing to see here as we start the second period. Coach over talking to the boys. We've got Cody and Cole on the bench with the boys tonight. I like the discipline we've seen so far. I like the effort, and hopefully we can kind of just keep that going and maybe start to convert a little bit. All right, so following a quick Rampage cheer, we'll get out here and get ready to get going for period number 2. On the ice to start period number 2, we've got Whitted, Sarver, Drexel, Wheeler, and Bisley. All right, you ready to get going here for period number 2? Rough Riders win the draw back into their own zone. Send it across to the near side. Across to the far side with it. Rough Riders out of their zone. Through neutral. Into the Rampage zone with it there on the far wall. Skated down low behind the net. Rough Riders holding up, send it up to the point. Turn at the point, and now they're going to send it down the near side wall. Puck down low in the corner. Wheeler's there, gets a stick on it, sends it up, but unable to clear. Now it does, and comes over to Sarver. Sarver's into the zone, sends it across to Drexel. Nice quick shot, and the Rough Riders goaltender makes a save. Nice play enter in the zone by Sarver and Drexel there. Like seeing that kind of teamwork. 16:23 left in period number 2. We'll have a face-off in the Rough Rider zone. On the ice, we've got Roberts, Whittingham, Merrill, Lemming, and Wilton. Rough Riders win the draw back into the corner. They're going to skate behind their own net. Send it over to the far side wall. Rough Riders up and out. Doesn't connect, but player could have played it. So Merrill has to come back, sends it up to Wilton. Wilton turns with it. Rough Riders crashing in, hold it in the zone. Wilton sends it up the near side wall. Now Whittingham skating through with it. He's into the Rough Riders zone. Puck gets pinched on the near wall. Roberts turns around, skates, takes a shot, goes just wide of the net, ends up back behind the net. Whittingham's in there. Rough Riders change direction, send it to the far side. Cross to the near side, off the wall, comes up to Merrill. Merrill's going to turn and dump it in. Rampage didn't quite have the line and are offside. So we'll have a face-off outside the Rough Rider zone. 15:37 left in period number 2. On the ice, McManus, Rahojian, Foster, Huff, and Bisley. Tied up on the draw. Rough Riders pull it out of the circle, send it back into their own zone. Up and out, and then a quick takeaway by Bisley gets chipped up, and now Rough Riders are back in the Rampage zone with it. Tied up on the near side wall. Rough Riders are going to skate it down into the corner. Centering pass gets chipped and goes across to the far side. Foster tries to pull it off the wall. McManus is in there, but unable to clear the zone. Comes back to Huff, sends it around the boards to the near side. Bisley sends it up the wall, comes up but not out. Back to Huff. Huff sends it over towards Bisley. Bisley turns, chips it up in the air, comes out to Foster, bounces past his stick into the Rough Riders zone. It's going to go to the far side. Foster in there does battle, keeps the puck down low momentarily. Rough Riders chip it up the near side wall. Whitted pinching in, and the puck gets stuck right in front of me. Comes up to the point. Lemming sends it into the corner. Rough Riders pick it up. Send it around to the far side wall. Comes up and out. Huff has to recollect. Rampage tag up. Across to Lemming. Lemming over. Deflects off a Whitted stick. Into the zone. Down low. And Nike tries a centering pass. Goes off of a stick. Cross to Wheeler. Wheeler takes a shot. Goes just wide of the net. Nike sends it up to Lemming. Lemming over to Wheeler. Wheeler takes a shot. Goaltender makes a save. King goes to do battle in the far side corner. Try to tie up the puck. Nike's in there as well. Rough Riders come off the wall with it. They're going to turn and skate it out of the zone. They take the red line. They're going to chip it into the Rampage zone. Stahl holds up. Played with the high stick, apparently, is the signal that we have. So we will get a face-off in the Rampage zone. 13:52 left in the period. On the ice, Sarver, Drexel, Whittingham, Wheeler, and Lemming. Rampage win the draw. Over to Lemming. Sends it across to the near side. Doesn't connect. Ends up in the near side corner. Lemming turns and fires it around to the far side wall. Rough Riders pinching in. Keep it. And now Whittingham sends it up but not out. Rough Riders with a quick turnaround. Shot taken. Stahl with the save. Puck down low. Bouncing puck comes up. Drexel wrangles it in. Sends it over to Sarver. He's into the zone. Sarver back to Drexel. Drexel takes a shot. That one's going to go. 13:22 left in the period. And just like we saw just a couple of shifts ago, Sarver and Drexel working together, entering the zone. Sarver to Drexel. Drexel buries it. So, with 13:22 left in period number 2, Rampage go up 1-0 on the goal to Carter Drexel. Drexy with hands so sexy. All right, out on the ice, we've got Wilton, McManus, Roberts, Bisley, and Merrill. Rampage win it, send it off the near side boards. Roberts tries to go in the zone. Rough Riders send it out, and puck comes back in. Rampage are offside. Face off just outside the Rough Rider zone. Tied up on the draw. Rough Riders send it back into their own zone, cross to the far side. They chip it up into the Rampage zone with it on net. Stahl's just going to cover it up. Doesn't like what he sees. A couple people crashing in on him, so he's going to cover it up. We'll get a face-off in the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, Whitted, Rahosian, Bisley, and Merrill. Rampage win the draw back into the corner. Bisley sends it around to the near side. Merrill wrangles it in, sends it up to Foster. Off the wall, comes across. Bisley's going to wrangle it in. Skates out of the zone, takes the red line, gets held up for a second. Rough Riders now coming back the other way with speed. Rough Riders into the Rampage zone. Hold up, shot taken, Stahl with the save. Ends up in the near side corner. Rough Riders pull it off the wall. Send it up, goes off of a skate, comes up but not out of the zone. Held at the blue line. Shot goes up and over, now bounces out front, comes up to Foster on the near wall. He sends it down low, goes to the far side corner. Merrill has to get there. Sends it off the wall, up but not out. Now Rough Riders hold it in. Bisley knocks it down. He's going to pick it up. He sends it out to Whitted. Whitted over to Foster. Foster kicks it into the zone. Rough Riders recollect. Move made to the near side wall. And now Huff pinching in is going to keep the puck in the zone. Around to the far side corner. Rough Riders recollect. They're going to turn with it. Make a move. Send it across to the near side. Through neutral ice into the Rampage zone with it. Rough Riders hold up on the near side wall. Now Whittingham with a takeaway. He's going to skate with it. He's into the zone. Loses it momentarily. Wrangles it back. Whittingham takes a shot from the wall. Goaltender makes a save. Rough Riders clear. And now it comes out to a player into the Rampage zone with it. Shot taken. Huff does a nice job knocking the player down as he takes a shot. Wheeler's back there to do battle down low. Rough Riders still with it. Have it tied up back behind the net. Little back and forth. Rough Riders are going to come out and send it up to the point. Centering pass. Huff gets a stick in there. Shot goes on. Stahl makes a save. And then it comes out. Rough Riders turn. They dump it. Back the other direction. Rough Riders still with it in the Rampage zone. Sending it across to the near side point. Wrangled in. Centering pass. It's loose. And goes just wide. Now we have a penalty coming. .11 minutes exactly left in the period. And we have a penalty coming, but I didn't see to who. I think it maybe to... No, it looks like it's coming to Rampage. Looks like we got Huff going to the box. And apologies, I did not see the signal. So with 11 minutes left in the second, Rampage are going on the penalty kill. On the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Bisley, and Merrill. Rough Riders win the draw. Send it up to the point. Back to the near side wall. Down low. Up to the near side wall. Back down low again. Up to the near side wall. Back down low. Centering pass attempt. Stahl with the save. Shot. Stahl with the save. And he's going to cover it up. 10:38 left in the period. 1:38 on the penalty kill. And we got a couple of Rampage players coming in to change out. Looks like we got Lemming and Wheeler to join Drexel and Whitted. Rampage win the draw back into the corner. Lemming tries to send it up the wall. Rough Riders are there to hang on. They hold up on the far side wall, turn, send it across to the near side. Skated in. Whitted lays out and gets in front of that one. He sends it over to Drexel. Drexel's out of the zone. Takes the red line. He's into the Rough Rider zone. Takes a shot. Goaltender makes a save. Puck down low in the corner. Drexel's going to go for a change. Rough Riders turn with it. They're out of the zone. Through neutral and into the Rampage zone with it. They take the near side wall and hold up. Up to the blue line. Back down to the near side wall. Turned. Puck gets deflected to the far corner. Puck comes up, not out, and now comes down to Lemming, who sends it up to Whittingham. Whittingham has a step. Whittingham with a shot. Jack Whittingham. 9 minutes and 50 seconds left in period number 2. Jack Whittingham with a short-handed goal. Nice clear by Matthew Lemming to get the puck out to him, and he's going to pick it up. And through sheer will and determination, that's going to put the Rampage up 2-0 with 9 minutes and 50 seconds left in the period. Still 50 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Rampage boys. Out on the ice, we've got Wilton, Roberts, Merrill, and Bisley. Rampage win the draw. Bisley pushes it forward into the zone. Rough Riders are going to pick it up in their own zone. They turn skate with it. Through neutral into the Rampage zone. They're going to take the far side. Cut back behind the net. Skated to the near side corner. Fed down low behind it. The Rampage net to the far wall. Back down low again. Rough Riders turn, send it back to the far wall. Lost the handle momentarily. Roberts tries to tie it up. Rough Riders get it back. Shot taken, Stahl with the save. Roberts is going to turn and fire it off the boards. Comes up and out. That's not going to have enough for icing. Play will continue. Wilton's in with speed. Applying pressure to keep the puck in the zone. Wilton's going to go for a quick change. Rough Riders recollect in their own zone. Rampage back at full strength. Rough Riders through neutral. They're into the Rampage zone with it. Shot taken. Stahl with the save. He's going to hang on. He's got it in his glove. 8 minutes and 52 seconds left in period number 2. Nice penalty kill for the Rampage boys to include one shorthanded goal. Out on the ice, we've got Rahojian, Wheeler, Lemming, Foster, and McManus. Tied up on the draw. Rough Riders try to put a shot through, goes off a boot, ends up on the far side. Secondary shot goes off of a boot, ends up in the corner. Rough Riders with the puck on the near side. They hold up in the near side corner. Comes up to Wilton's going to send it up the wall. Excuse me, that's McManus. Puck comes out front. Lots of chaos, and now McManus is going to turn and fire. That'll go for icing and should take us to the ice cut. 8:26 left in period number 2, and I believe that's going to take us to the ice cut. It looks like everybody's clearing the benches. When we come back, faceoff will be in the Rampage zone. Rampage currently up 2-0. I'm going to go on mute for just a second. All right, everybody, welcome back to the second half of the second period. As we get going, face-off should be in the Rampage zone. Rampage currently up 2-0. I'm just checking to make sure I got a good signal. So, yeah, so far so good. Boys are putting in a good effort, leading the way 2-0, and everybody at home, cross your fingers, say your prayers, do what needs to be done so that we can finish this game out the way we started it. And got to hold tough. Obviously, there's still a lot of hockey left, but I do like the way the boys are playing. I like the effort they're putting in, and obviously, I like the result that we've seen so far. Eight minutes and 26 seconds left in period number 2. Faceoff will be in the Rampage zone. All right, out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Drexel, Whitted, Wheeler, and Bisley. Tied up on the draw. It's going to go back down low. Rough Riders jump on it, try to pin it behind the net. Wheeler's in there doing battle. Wheeler pulls it out of the pile. He turns, he skates with it, makes a move. He's going to chip it up in the air and out to neutral. Quick bounce, and Rough Riders turn it around, but not out. Drexel sends it down to Sarver. Sarver up the wall, up to Wheeler at the point. Wheeler chips it down low into the corner. Rough Riders get there, send it around to the far side. They're going to send it to the far side wall. Bisley pinches in, sends it right back again. Rough Riders with it down low, chip it off the wall, comes to the near side. Drexel gets there, bounces way up in the air. Whitted pulls it out of the air. Rough Riders chip it up but not out. Bisley holds it in, comes up to Sarver. It's bouncing on him, can't quite wrangle it in. Rough Riders are going to clear it up to Wheeler at neutral. He has to go back into his own zone for it. Wheeler behind the net. Skates to the far side. Rough Riders with the quick steal. Centering pass goes off a Whitted stick. He's coming back the other way, 1-on-3. Takes a quick shot. Goaltender makes a save. It's going to go to the far side wall. Whitted's going to go for a change. Rough Riders change direction, come over to the near side with it. Send it up, and it doesn't touch up. That's going to be icing. So we'll get a face-off back in the Rough Riders zone with 7 minutes and 11 seconds left in period number 2. On the ice, we've got Roberts, Wilton, Whittingham, Merrill, and Lemming. Rampage win the draw up to Merrill, drops it for Roberts. Roberts skates, takes a shot, goaltender turns it aside, puck to the far wall. Rough Riders send it across and out of the zone, and Merrill steals, puck comes back into the zone. Rampage are offside. 6:59 in period number 2. Face-off just outside the Rough Riders zone. Officials didn't like something they saw on the face-off, so they'll be tossing one of the players, and we'll get a new face-off person. Tied up on the draw. It's in the middle of the pile. Rough Riders are going to pull it out. They send it across to the near side, far side in their zone. Lemming turns around, takes a pretty high check. Rough Riders coming the other way. Shot deflects up and over, ends up in the near corner. Whittingham picks it up, skates it off the wall, comes out of the zone. Rough Riders send it back into their zone. Quick steal by Roberts, almost comes up to Lemming. He's going to try to send it down the wall. Comes up. I thought he held the blue line, but they said it came out. So Rampage are offside. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in period number 2. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, McManus, Rahosian, Huff, and Wheeler. Rampage win the draw. Foster's going to get there. Skates to the near side. He's into the zone. Makes a move, sends it back behind the net. It's down low. Foster ties it up in the corner. Rough Riders player is going to send it across the far side. Skates it out of the corner on the far side. Cross to the near side wall. Up and out of the zone. Takes the red line and going to send it in. Huff is there. Sorry, Rough Riders pull it out from behind the net. They turn, send it down low behind the net. Try to change direction, centering pass. I think Stahl got a piece of it, sent it to the far corner. Puck tied up down low. Bodies flying everywhere. Rough Riders send it up to the point on the far side. Shot, and Stahl has it in his glove. Little pushing and shoving in front of Mr. Stahl. 5:42 left in the period. Faceoff will be in the Rampage zone. On the ice, we've got Lemming, Bisley, Whitted, Nike. Nope, excuse me. Hang on, we got one too many people coming off the bench here. Can't. There we go. All right, we've got Sarver, Drexel, Whitted, Lemming, and Bisley. Rampage win the draw. Bisley has to change direction. Sends it up to Sarver. Can't quite wrangle it in. Comes out to neutral. Back to Sarver. He's going to chip it past and into the Rough Riders zone. Held up back behind. Whitted's in there to try to tie things up down low. He's got Drexel in there to help. Puck comes loose. Drexel gets a stick on it. Sends it across to the near side to Lemming. From the point, centering pass attempt. Rough Riders get a stick on it. They bring it up and out of the zone now. Rough Riders recollect. They skate into the Rampage zone, take the outside, centering pass, shot taken. I think that went off a body and wide. Server tries to poke it. Rough Riders hold at the point. Send it down low, around to the near side. Tied up on the near side wall. And Lemming's going to take it to the far side, centering pass to Drexel off of his stick and out to neutral. Rough Riders recollect. They're going to have to tag up, skate back into their own zone with it. They turn, look. They're going to advance into the neutral zone, into the Rampage zone with it on the near side wall, send a shot through the crease to the far side, and then pinching in at the point, they're going to send it around in the near side corner. Bisley doing battle. He's going to take the puck away. Sends it up and out. Whittingham's there. Pulls it off the wall. Tries to feed it to Lemming. And it comes up. Rough Riders clear. And now back to Lemming at neutral. Sends it across to the near side. Rough Riders are there. And gets poked out to the far side. And we do have a penalty, I think, coming. But we've got a Rough Riders player hurt and down on the ice. Rampage go back to the bench. Got a player down from the Rough Riders. There's a little bit of chaos in the back and forth. I couldn't cleanly see what happened, but the player does appear to be hurt. Coach is out and checking on him. And I do not see that the refs were making any kind of a penalty call, so we'll see. Occasionally, after somebody gets hurt, occasionally we will see a retroactive call. But as of right now, it doesn't look like they've signaled anything. We do have 4 minutes and 7 seconds left in period number 2. And I'm going to stop talking for a little bit, and hopefully they can get some help for the young man who is on the ice and hurt. Okay, it does appear that they are helping him up to his feet. And he is skating back to the bench. He's got a little bit of help, but he's primarily under his own power, so that's a good sign. Obviously, we never want to see anybody get hurt out here. All right, out on the ice, we've got Roberts, Whittingham, Wilton, Wheeler, and Merrill. And faceoff's going to come just outside the Rampage zone. Tied up on the draw. Rough Riders are going to win it back and into the Rampage zone with it. Saul's going to turn that one aside. It goes to the far corner. Rampage pull it off the wall. Wheeler's going to send it. I believe that's going to be icing, and we get a whistle. Faceoff will be back in the Rampage zone with 3 minutes and 51 seconds left in period number 2. All right, I think I already said this, but we got Wheeler, Merrill, Whittingham, Wilton, and Roberts. Tied up again. Rampage come up with it, and Wheeler's going to skate to the outside, sends it off the wall out to neutral. Rough Riders across to the near side. Up the near side wall. Quick takeaway. Little back and forth, and now Merrill's going to send it in the Rough Riders zone. Rough Riders have it back behind their own net and up the wall. Whittingham pulls it off the wall. He makes a move. Whittingham over to Roberts. Quick shot. Goaltender makes a save. Nice move. Nice teamwork there by Whittingham and Roberts. And Rampage poke it back in. Rampage are offside. I think they're going to probably send this one to the far side of the neutral zone. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in period number 2. I stand corrected. Faceoff will be just outside the Rough Rider zone. Out on the ice, we've got McManus, Nike, King, Huff, and Bisley. Rampage win the draw. Huff's going to send it over to Bisley. Bisley skates to the near side and dumps it behind and around. Nike pinching in on the boards. Keeps it momentarily. Rough Riders with it on their stick. Quick poke check's going to keep it in the zone. And now the puck comes up and out. Bisley has to wait for everybody to tag up and does so and dumps it in. Rough Riders collect back behind their net. Send it back to the near side. They turn, skate with it on the near side wall. Up and out. And now Huff with the takeaway. Sends it over to Bisley. Goes off his skate. It's going to bounce back into the Rampage zone. He has to come back for it. Sends it up. Goes off of a stick. Bounce out to neutral. Quick shot. Stahl with a save. Huff sends it around the far side boards. Up to the point. Shot taken. Stahl gets a piece of that and sends it to the far side corner. Quick, hard pass comes up and out of the zone. Rough Riders have to recollect and tag up. They do so. I believe it went off of a stick, and so play will continue. Huff has to grab it behind his own net. Sends it over the near side to King. Bounces, doesn't connect. That goes the distance, and we'll get a whistle for icing. Faceoff will be back in the Rampage zone. 2 minutes and 9 seconds left in period number 2. On the ice, Rahosian, Wheeler, Whitted, Foster, and Lemming. Rampage win the draw. Over to Wheeler, sends it around to Lemming on the far side. Lemming up to Rahosian. Rahosian gets caught up in the neutral zone, and then Foster dumps it, and Rough Riders send it right back out again. Comes back to Wheeler in his own zone, sends it up to Whitted. Off his stick, comes out to neutral. Rough Riders send it across to the far side. Into the Rampage zone with it. Play will continue. Puck comes up. Foster over towards Rahosian. Whitted pokes it out. Rahosian tries to pick it up, and now Whitted has to hold at the blue line while Rahosian tags up. Puck gets kicked back in the Rough Rider zone. Rough Riders with it. They're going to send it across to the near side. Rahosian holds it in, sends it down. Foster's going to get there behind the net. Tries a quick wraparound. Gets kicked out to the far wall. Foster recollects. Gets tripped. Play, we do have a penalty coming. So 1 minute and 13 seconds left in period number 2. Rampage are going to go on the power play. Out on the ice, Sarber, Drexel, Whitted, Bisley, and Wheeler. Ref didn't like something he saw, so Rampage will have a change of face-off man. Tied up. Rough Riders come skating up and out with it. Bisley recollects at neutral. He's going to turn over to Wheeler. Wheeler back to Bisley. Bisley fans on the pass. He turns, has to recollect. And he's going to send it up to neutral. Rough Riders collected. Sarver with the steal. Comes to Drexel. Drexel takes a shot. Gets deflected just wide of the net. Up the wall. Whitted pulls it off the wall. Drops it for Drexel. Drexel up to Wheeler at the point. Wheeler's holding it at the point. Sends it over to Bisley. Bisley back down to Wheeler. Wheeler skates behind the net. Turns. Looks. He still has control. Wheeler up to Sarver. And Rampage pull another penalty. So with 25 seconds left in the period, Rampage are going to have 1 minute and 12 seconds of 5-on-3 time, followed by 48 seconds of power play time. Sorry, I had to do a little math there. Math in public is dangerous. So out on the ice to start the 5-on-3, we've got Foster, Roberts, Wilton, Whittingham, and Merrill. Rough Riders win the draw back to the corner. Merrill holds it at the point. Wrangles it in, sends it over to Whittingham. Whittingham skates the blue line. Back to Merrill. Merrill takes a shot. Goalie gets a piece of it, bounces to the near side wall, gets tied up down low. Foster's there. He's got a player on, sends it over to Wilton. Wilton up to Whittingham. Whittingham takes a shot, bounces up and over. Foster knocks it down, and time expires on period number 2. Flurry of activity right at the end. And so your score after 2 is 2-0 in favor of the Rampage. When we come back for period number 3, Rampage will still have 47 seconds left of 5-on-3 power play time. Coach over there talking to the boys. Find ourselves in a rare scenario with a 2-goal lead going into the third. And as I mentioned at the break, everybody at home, keep those fingers crossed, keep throwing those prayers up. Boys have been playing a good, disciplined, hard-fought game so far, and we just want to see them keep it up through the rest. All right, out to start period number 3 with the 5-on-3 advantage. We've got Foster, Roberts, Whittingham, Merrill, and Wilton. Rampage win the draw. Roberts sends it back to Whittingham. Whittingham over to Merrill. Merrill's going to skate with it. Over to Whittingham, goes off of a skate, comes up to Foster. Foster drops it for Whittingham. Whittingham over to Merrill. Merrill back to Whittingham. Down in the corner to Wilton. Wilton over towards Roberts, goes off a stick, comes up the wall. Rough Riders unable to clear. Merrill pinching in. He's going to hold it on the wall. He's got Wilton in to try to help him out. Rough Riders doing a good job just keeping it tied up. Roberts comes off the wall with it, takes a quick shot, goes off a body, bounces back, Rough Riders send it up and out. They're going to clear it. Just 8 seconds left of 5-on-3. Merrill recollects in his own zone. He's going to turn with it. Sends it up off the wall. Wilton to Foster. Foster's into the zone. Tied up on the wall. Rough Riders are back at 4. Wilton comes off the wall with it. Drops it for Roberts. Gives it to Whittingham. Whittingham over to Merrill. Merrill back to Whittingham. Down on the near side to Wilton. Wilton up to Merrill. Gets poked but stays in the zone. Roberts is going to collect on the far side. Across to Whittingham. Shot taken. There's a rebound out front. Another shot. Goalie makes a couple of good saves there. Kind of saved their bacon. Rough Riders clear it. That's going to be icing. So we're going to face off back in the Rough Rider zone. Only 10 seconds left on the power play for the Rampage boys. On the ice, we've got Whitted, Sarver, Drexel, Bisley, and Wheeler. Rampage win the draw. Comes up to Bisley at the point. He's going to skate it, send it over to Wheeler. Wheeler on the far side, skates it in. Centering pass attempt. Rough Riders have it back. They're going to send it to the player coming out of the box. Goes back. Bisley has to get there in his own zone. He's got a player on. Sends it off the far side wall. Drexel just whiffs on the pass. Rough Riders keep it in the zone. They skate to center. Quick turn, and now Drexel coming out of the zone with it. Sends it across for Sarver. Doesn't quite connect. Sarver's going after it down low in the corner. Rough Riders have it. Sarver playing pressure on the forecheck, chips it to the far side. Drexel gets there, trying to wrangle it in, comes up the wall on the far side. He's going to turn and dump it down low. Put to the near side corner. Rough Riders with it. Send it up and out to neutral. They're into the Rampage zone. Rahojian with the quick steal. He's going to send it across to the far side. Doesn't quite come out of the zone. Rough Riders coming in off the bench. Keep it in. Send it down low. Huff tries to turn with it. Sends it over to Wheeler. Wheeler turns, chips it up in the air. That doesn't connect. That'll be icing. 14:29 left in period number 3. Faceoff will be back in the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got McManus, Rahojian, Foster, Huff, and Lemming. And ref didn't like something he saw on the draw, so Rampage will get booted out of the faceoff. Somebody else will have to take it. Rampage win the draw. Oh, and a quick Rough Riders jump on it. And the net comes off. A little scuffle after the whistle. But we do get a stoppage as the net came off. 14:23 left in period number 3. Tied up on the draw. Rampage win it. Comes over to the near side. Huff back to Lemming. Lemming's going to turn. Sends it up to Foster. Goes off a stick. Rough Riders have it back in the neutral zone. They turn. Everybody tags up. They're going to dump it deep. Puck off the back of the net. Lemming over towards Huff. Goes through a stick. Rough Riders. Oh, turn and fire. Quick shot. Stall with a save. Rahojian picks it up. Drops it for Lemming. Little back and forth, and Rough Riders come back with the puck. They turn, skate to center. Try to take a shot. Goes off a body, ends up in the far corner. Lemming skates out of the corner with it. Sends it across to the near side. Still in the zone. Rough Riders hold it in. Shot taken from up high. Goes off the crossbar and to the far side. Tied up down low. Lemming sends it off the boards to the near side. Rough Riders collect. Pinching in. Rough Riders skated off the wall. Gets poked. Ends up behind the net. Rough Riders to center. Shot taken. Goes wide of the net. Lemming tries to scoop it up. And now McManus is going to turn and fire. That'll be icing, but it'll give the Rampage a chance to change. 13-14 left in the game. Rampage getting pinned down a little bit on that last shift. Out on the ice, we've got Whittingham, Roberts, Wilton, Bisley, Merrill. Rampage win the draw. Rough Riders jump on it pretty quick. So down low, gets poked over to the near side. Bisley's going to get there. Sends it up off the glass and out to the neutral zone. Rough Riders send it across to the far side. Off the boards. Into the zone. Bisley recollects. He turns, sends it off the boards out to the neutral zone. Rough Riders turn and fire it in. They were offsides by... They only had 2 people offsides by about 10 feet. That one actually should go to the far side of the neutral zone, but we'll see. 12:52 left in period number 3. Looks like they're going to take it out to center ice. Same crew out as before on the ice. Refs didn't like something they saw, making everybody back up to the outside of the circle. They just get so excited. Rough Riders win the draw. They're going to turn it to the near side, skate through neutral, into the Rampage zone with it, try to make a move, and then Merrill's going to pick it up, sends it around the far side wall, comes up to the point, and now it's out, and Rough Riders are offside. So we'll get a face-off outside the Rampage zone. 12:38 left in the game. On the ice, we've got Nike, Whitted, King, Lemming, Wheeler. Rough Riders win the draw. They're going to skate it through. Gets poked. They're offsides. Play will continue. They were offsides. Poke goes around to the far side corner. Tied up down low. Whitted and Wheeler in there. Wheeler sends it up the far boards. King tries to pull it off the boards. Gets pinched. And the puck bounces up and comes out of the zone. King with the steal. He's through. He's into the Rough Rider zone. Shot from up high. The goalie's going to hang on in their glove. 12 minutes and 11 seconds left in period number 3. A couple of fresh skaters out on the ice. We've got Drexel, Sarver, McManus, Wheeler, and Lemming. Rough Riders win the draw back in the corner. Send it hard around the boards to the near side. Comes up and out into the Rampage zone. Wheeler has to rush back for it. Poke checks it into the corner. Lemming lost his stick on the way in. Rough Riders send it to the far outside wall. Quick poke check, and now McManus picks it up, sends it up towards Drexel, pokes it into the zone, slips a jab, and makes his way into the Rough Riders zone. Shot taken from the side, goes through, not out. McManus turns, fires, goes off a body. Stays down low. Sarver does some battle, takes the puck away. Sarver skates to the far side. He drops it. Rough Riders send it around to the near side wall. Puck tied up down low. Huff is in there. Rough Riders send it around to the far side. Send it up the wall on the far side, but not out. And Drexel's going to turn and fire and go for a change. Rough Riders recollect. Skating to the near side. Goes off a stick, comes through. It's into the Rampage zone. Merrill back for it. Behind his net, sends it up to Rahosian. Rahosian makes a move to center, over towards Whittingham. He's into the zone with it. Bounces on him a little bit. Centering pass towards Foster was there. Defenseman got a stick in the way. Nice opportunity set up. Rahosian's going to dump it. It rolls around to the near side. Comes up and out, and Bisley turns it back. A little back and forth at neutral. Rough Riders dump it into the zone on net. Stahl's just going to catch it and hang on. 10:45 left in the game. Face off in the Rampage zone. A couple of fresh skaters out on the ice. We've got Roberts, Wilton, Whitted, Wheeler, and Bisley. Wilton, Whitted, Wheeler. If we had Whittingham out there, we'd have all the W's. Rampage win the draw. Comes back to Wheeler. Tries to send it up the near side boards. Rough Riders sending back into the corner. Bisley doing battle. Wheeler's in there as well. Tries to turn and sends it up the boards. Comes up but not out. And now Wheeler's going to chip it just out. Tied up on the near side boards just outside the Rampage zone. Gets poked back into the Rough Riders zone. They send it to the near side boards. They're going to try to recollect. Send it across to the far side. Up the far side wall. They're through neutral. Held up. Roberts with the quick poke check, and now Rough Riders coming back into the zone. Bisley gets skates in the way. He's going to take it away. Sends it over to Roberts. Roberts makes a move. He's going to chip it off of a body. Rough Riders recollect. Hilton ties up a player on the boards. Rough Riders send it across to the near side. And back again. Goes off a stick. Wheeler collects. Sends it up and out to King. King turns with it. McManus wrangles it in. Turns and fires it into the zone. Play will continue. King in on the forecheck. Rough Riders behind their net. Send it over to the near side wall. Cross ice. Goes through everybody. Merrill has to come back in the zone for it. Picks it up behind his net. Sends it off the boards. Comes up but not out. Shot taken. McManus catches a body in the way. Nike's into the Rough Riders zone. Makes a move. Takes a shot. Goalie makes a save. Rough Riders are going to recollect. McManus sacrificed his body on that last shot. Managed to get off the ice for a change. Rough Riders in the Rampage zone. Move to center. And the net is off. The play has stopped. And I believe we have a penalty coming to the Rough Riders. Maybe? No, I'm sorry. We have a penalty coming to the Rampage to Jack Whittingham for a trip. 9 minutes and 10 seconds left in the period. Rampage are on the penalty kill. On the ice, we've got Huff, Bisley, Drexel, Whitted. And nope, I'm sorry. A little bit of a mix-up. We've got penalties offsetting, and so we've got 5-on-5. We've got offsetting penalties. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but I do think the Rough Riders bench is starting to lose their mind a little bit. We've got 5-on-5. So we've got Sarver, Drexel, Whitted, Huff, and Bisley on the ice. Face off in the Rampage zone. Whole lot of confusion on the part of the Rough Riders. I think they thought they were going into a power play. Rough Riders win the draw. Turn, quick shot goes wide of the net. Ends up on the near side wall. Puck goes through, goes to the far side. Drexel gets there to poke it out to neutral. Rough Riders have to come back into their own zone after it. Send it across to the near side. Up the wall. They're going to skate it off the wall, out to neutral, into the Rampage zone. They take the far side wall. Centering pass, Stahl with a nice save. That was a quick reaction time. Tied up, and Lemming's going to turn and just fire it. That'll be icing. And we'll get another face-off in the Rampage zone. 8:55 left in the game. Rampage win the draw and comes back out to a Rough Riders player, kicks it behind the net. Wheeler's going to go to the far side, digs it out of the corner. A little back and forth, but still in the Rampage zone. Rough Riders take a shot. Stahl's going to hang on. Face off in the Rampage zone. 8 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game. Out on the ice, a couple of fresh skaters. We've got Rahosian, McManus, Foster, Wheeler, and Lemming. Ref tossing Rampage out of the face-off circle. Foster will step in to take it. Rampage win the draw. Wheeler turns and sends it off the boards. Rahosian tries to send it up. Held at the point. Shot taken. Rahosian gets a stick in the way. It's going to bounce across to the near side. Shot goes off a body, ends up in the far corner. Tied up down low. Lemming turns with it, sends it up, but it comes up to the point, actually bounces past the defenseman and out to neutral. Rough Riders turn, and McManus tries to hold it, but it came out. Rampage are offside. Faceoff will be just outside the Rough Rider zone. 8 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. Out on the ice, we've got Roberts, Bisley, Wilton, Whitted, and Merrill. Rampage win the draw. Back to Bisley. Sends it off the boards into the zone. Puck down low. Rough Riders send it up the far side wall. Held in the zone, and now they're going to wrangle it back and come out of the zone with it. Into the Rampage zone. Skate to the near side. Shot goes off a Biz and down low. Bisley sends it around the boards to the far side. Rough Riders hold it at the point, and then Wilton gets a body in the way. He's going to send the puck all the way back into the Rough Riders zone. Rough Riders with it in their zone on the near side. Feed it up the wall to the near side. They're into the Rampage zone with it. Down low in the corner. It goes behind the net. Huff sends it around to the near side. Roberts is there. Takes a pretty bad check, pretty high. Puck comes out. Rough Riders recollect in the neutral zone. Chips off of a stick. It's going to go down low. Huff sends it up the boards. Comes up to the point, but not out. And then it gets knocked down. Whitted sends it up and out. Rough Riders recollect. They tag up. Back into the zone. Shot goes wide of the net. Goes to the far wall. Comes down low. Merrill's got to get there. Sends it around to the near side. Huff has to try to race for it. Rough Riders get there first. Send it across. Goes off a stick. And they send it down low. Whitted sends it up the boards, but not out. Comes to Huff. Huff is going to chip it up and out to neutral. Rough Riders recollect in their own zone. Rampage go for a change. Rough Riders turn, and they're going to skate through neutral into the Rampage zone with it. Down low into the corner. Centering pass attempt. Bounces across. A lot of puck bouncing out front. And Stahl's going to cover it up. He said he's had enough of this. So 6:43 left in the game. We'll get a face-off in the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Lemming, Sarver, Wheeler, Drexel, Whittingham. Rampage win the draw. They're going to send it around to the other side. Puck comes to Lemming. Lemming's going to turn. He skates with it. He's out of the zone. Now he's out of the zone. Takes the red line. He's going to dump it deep. Drexel's on the far side. Pokes it down low. Puck comes up the wall. Whittingham pinches in. Skates it off the wall. Whittingham makes a move. Backhand. And goaltender makes a save and is going to hang on. 6:21 left in the game. Rampage up 2-0. Faceoff will be in the Rough Rider zone. Same crew out as before. Nope, I stand corrected. We got a couple of skaters going to change out. So we've got King, Nike, Whittingham, Wheeler, and Lemming. Rough Riders win the draw. They're going to send it hard around the boards to the far side. Out of the zone. Now into the Rampage zone with it. Lemming with the poke check's going to send it down low. Sends it up the boards. King sends it off the boards. Rough Riders with quick shot. Stahl with a save. Secondary quick shot goes wide of the net. Lemming trying to tie it up down low. Rough Riders come back. They're behind the net with it. Whittingham's in there. Rough Riders skate to the far side. Send it up to the point. Shot taken. Gets tipped wide of the net. Shot taken goes off a body. Ends up wide. And now comes out to the near side boards. Lemming pokes it. It goes way up in there. Comes out of the zone. King's going to pick it up. He skates with it. He's in the Rough Rider zone. Takes a shot from up high. Goaltender's going to knock it aside. Rampage going for a change. King trying to tie things up down low. Give everybody a chance to get on the ice. Rough Rider send it up and out of the zone. It's going to go to the far side. Huff has to get it in his own zone. Over to Bisley. Bisley skates with it. Loses it and then recollects and sends it into the zone. Play will continue. And we have a penalty coming to. We have a high sticking. Penalty coming to the Rough Riders. So 5 minutes and 17 seconds left in the game. Rampage are going to go back on the power play. We got a couple of parents at the end losing their minds down there. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Sarver, Whitted, Bisley, and Wheeler. Rampage win the draw. Back to Bisley at the point. Bisley down to Sarver. Sarver down to Drexel. Drexel skates off the wall behind the net. Makes a move to the far side. Drexel holds up on the far side. Crossing through to Wheeler. Goes off a stick and ends up in the corner. Rough Riders send it up, but it gets pinched and held by Wheeler. Comes up to Sarver. Sarver dumps it back towards Wheeler. Wheeler down the boards to Drexel. Drexel back up to Wheeler. Wheeler drops it for Sarver. Sarver down to Drexel. To Sarver. Has to recollect on the boards. Drexel picks it up, takes a shot. Goaltender makes a save. They're going to hang on. 4 minutes and 35 left in the game. 1:18 on the power play for the Rampage. Rampage are up 2-0. We'll get a face-off in the Rough Riders zone. Out on the ice, we've got Roberts, Foster, Wilton, Merrill, and Whittingham. Rough Riders win the draw. Back into the corner. They're going to skate to the far side, send it up the far side wall. Chipped it off the boards and into the Rampage zone. Shot attempt gets deflected up and over. Merrill in his own zone holds up on the near side wall, tries to drop it for Whittingham, gets poked back to Merrill. Merrill in his own zone sends it across to the far side. Roberts is going to skate it across. Foster has it, drops it for Whittingham. Whittingham into the zone, and Rampage are offside. 4:07 left in the game. 55-0 seconds left on the power play for the Rampage boys. Same crew out as before. Faceoff will be just outside the Rough Rider zone. Rampage win the draw. Back to Whittingham. Whittingham over to Merrill. Merrill to Roberts. Roberts turns. He's going to skate with it. He's into the zone. He drops it. Whittingham sends it over to Merrill. Merrill sends it through. Goaltender makes a save, and they're going to jump on it and cover it up. Foster takes a punch to the back of the head after the whistle. I don't believe we're going to get any kind of a penalty on it, although it certainly should have been. 3 minutes and 51 seconds left in the game. Looks like they're just going to set up and let them do it again. Rampage win the draw up to Roberts at the point. Over to Merrill. Merrill sends it off the boards to Whittingham. Back to Merrill. Merrill over to Roberts. Roberts with the quick shot. Goes off a body. Ends up down low. Rough Riders are going to recollect. They turn. They're skating with it. Rough Riders into the Rampage zone. Feed it down low. Lost the handle. The puck ends up at the near side corner. Down low in the corner. Roberts with the body. He's got Whittingham in there. Whittingham's going to pull it out of the pile. Whittingham with the move. 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Rough Riders back at full strength. Whittingham into the zone with it. Sends it off the side of the net. Down low. Rough Riders with it in their own zone. They're going to skate it up and through. Back behind the net. Centering pass, and now it gets sent up. Rough Riders hold it at the blue line. Centering pass gets deflected, ends up in the near side corner. We got a penalty coming to the Rampage. Rough Riders send it to the near side. Shot taken, stall with the save, goes to the far side boards. Up to the point, 2:37. Rampage need to tag up. And puck comes up and out of the zone. Actually, maybe we'll just let the Rough Riders play with it for a while. Back in the Rampage zone, shot goes wide of the net. And now we get a touch-up. We will have a stoppage. And with 2:22 left in the game, Rampage will be on the penalty kill. Penalty to Jack Whittingham for a trip. Out on the ice to start the PK. I'm sorry, Rough Riders are calling a timeout. Would not surprise me if we saw them pull a goalie, put 6 attackers on for this power play. I don't know if that's what they'll do. That's what I would do if I were them. But thankfully, I'm not them. Nor would I ever be. Coach over there talking to the boys. I would like to imagine that the conversation is mostly going to be clear the puck at all costs. You know, we can take 30 icings between now and the end of the game as long as we don't give them a chance to set up. All right, out to start the penalty kill. We've got Bisley, Lemming, Drexel, Whitted. Clear the puck at all costs. And just as I imagined, the Rough Riders have pulled their goaltender and added an extra skater on the ice for the 6-man attack. 6-on-4. Tied up on the draw. Comes up to a Rough Riders player down the wall. They hold it up on the far side wall. Fed down low into the corner. Back up the wall. Up to the blue line. Back down to the far side wall. Shot taken, goes off the pipe and into the netting. 2:05 left in the game. 1:43 on the penalty kill for the Rampage. Same crew out as before. Tied up on the draw. Gets kicked up. Drexel's going to pick it up. Sends it the distance and just wide of the net. So that'll be icing. That's okay. Like I said, clear the puck at all costs. All right. We'll get a couple of defensemen in. We've got Wheeler and Merrill to join Whitted and Drexel. 2:01 left in the game. 1:39 on the power or penalty kill. Rough Riders win the draw. Over to the near side. Back across. Far side wall. Puck on the far side wall. Fed down low. Gets kicked over to the near side corner. Rough Riders recollect. Send it up and out of the zone. That's going to come up and out. Rough Riders have to recollect in their own zone. Rampage get the forwards changed out. Rough Riders come off the wall. They're through neutral. They're into the Rampage zone. Puck back behind the net. Sarver's in there to do battle. Puck comes up to the point, goes across, and the net is off. 1:23 left in the game. 1:01 on the penalty kill. Net is off and we have a stoppage. Face-off, I believe, will be in the Rampage zone. On the ice, we've got Wheeler, Foster. Nope, sorry, we're going to get a couple of defensemen changed out. So we've got Sarver, Foster, Lemming, Bisley. All right. Official didn't like something that they saw on the draw, so Rough Riders will change out. Tied up on the draw. Rough Riders come up with it. They send it up to the point on the far side. Back down the wall. Sent it through. Went off a body. Went behind the net. Lemming's trying to get in there. Rough Riders send it up to the point. Comes back down. Don't get much on it. And Lemming's going to clear it. He sends it the distance. That'll go for icing. But again, clear the puck at all costs. I don't mind that a bit. 1:07 left in the game. 45 seconds on the penalty kill. And we'll get the forwards changed back out again. We've got Whitted and Drexel to come back out with Bisley and Lemming. And ref didn't like what he saw, so Rough Riders will get tossed. Rough Riders come up with it, and Drexel gets on there and pokes it out of the zone. Little back and forth. Whitted turns, sends it back up. Drexel tries to fire. Rough Riders with it back. Through neutral, into the Rampage zone. They take the far side wall, centering pass, chips up in the air, ends up in the far corner. 5-0 seconds left in the game. Rough Riders send a cross-ice pass to the back door, and with 46 seconds left in the game, the Rough Riders get on the board on a power play goal. Out on the ice, we've got Wheeler, Merrill, Sarver, Whittingham, Foster. Okay, Rampage win the draw, comes back to Wheeler. He's going to chip it into the Rough Riders zone. Not enough for icing. 40 seconds left. Rough Riders send it across the far side, up the wall, out to center. They're through neutral, into the Rampage zone. Shot taken goes off the side of the net. Puck comes out front. Lots of chaos, and Stahl's going to cover it up. 26.8 seconds left in the game. Face off in the Rampage zone. Same crew out as before. Rampage come up with it. Wheeler sends it up the board. Sarver chips it up and out of the zone. Rough Riders come back for it. Sarver applying pressure on the forecheck. Rough Riders make a move in their own zone, send it to the near side boards. They skate it off the wall, cross to the far side. They're into the Rampage zone with it. Move, shot taken, Stahl with the save. Rough Riders in the far corner. 6 seconds left. Lots of chaos. The puck bounces up. It comes out of the zone. That'll do it for the game. And time expires. And your score after 3 is 2-1 in favor of the Rampage. And Rampage in a very ecstatic and seriously, I think, relieved finish to that game. Credit to Zach Stahl. Lots of phenomenal saves and really, really deserved the shutout. And unfortunately, there was an onslaught in that third period by the Rough Riders. They were not giving up easily, and the power play goal they get at the end. But phenomenal game by him. Lots of well-timed saves. It didn't make it easy for him, and definitely stood tall all game long. So thanks, everybody. Appreciate you tuning in, and we will see you on Sunday.